Page 25, Berceuse from Jocelyn. A cradle song well, Berceuse is a cradle song. It's just a sweet thing to put somebody to sleep. All right, we'll keep that in mind. 4/4 time, there's no sharps or flats, so we're in the key of C major. Make sure you can do the C major scale. You ought to be doing it probably 2 octaves up and down by now. I assume you've been doing it. And the A minor scale. I have videos on these. Go do what I say in the videos. A couple octaves up and down probably on these. So take it one head at a time. We're moving around a bit, and I have some suggestions on the fingering. Starting out here, second finger, and it's 1, 2, 3, and put the thumb under here. We just changed hand positions. And that's tied for 8 counts, and then lift up and come down. They don't need a natural sign there. It's a natural anyway. That's why it's in parentheses. But they're being nice to you because you just had an F sharp. So make sure you play an F natural here. And they want you to go here and then here. And then they want you to use second finger again. I don't like to do that. We can get away with it if you need to because of the articulation, but I just don't like doing that. So I'm going to suggest, rather in the second line, rather than thumb here, I'm going to suggest put the thumb on the F and cross over in third finger. And then a thumb again here. I'm saving second finger for the next note. So it's a 1, 3, 1. That's a movement you get in the scale, so you should be able to do this okay. Then going on, same fingering as we had at the beginning. Reach a little finger up. And then third finger. 2, 3, 4. Cross over third finger. And then you just reach down here for the C, and you hold that down forever. Or for, what, 16 counts, or whichever comes first down. That has a fermata on it, so you're going to hold it longer than that, too. Left hand's broken chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no rests in here, so connect this as best you can. And on the second line, second measure, if you want, you can use second finger if you got big hands. Otherwise, thumb's fine. Third line, you're here. I prefer to maybe a fourth finger and second finger. Then I can do a 3-1 and 3-1. And then here, because they're just using 2, and that's fine. I just prefer this other fingering because it keeps me from going up into here. I can do that on the second measure of the third line rather than this. So again, the second line is here, and then I do a 4. Here, scrunch up a little bit. Another 3, and I get 3 again, and then 2. And the last line, they're suggesting you do a here, thumb, and then it'd be a 2-1. If you don't want to be doing that, another fingering you can do is 3, stay where you are, in the first measure, rather than thumb, use second finger, and then 4, and then you can do a 3, reach up and get 2. And then a 4, and then a 1. It's another fingering you can try. Again, it depends on how big your hands are. So when you kind of got the hands separately and the fingering worked out that you want, more or less, I mean, you may still need to change the fingering, but we have a stab at it. Then we try them together. Here, here, and then thumb. You go through and put the hands together, and then go back through and get rid of the hesitation so it is a steady beat. Don't care how fast you go, but it needs to be a steady beat. Once you have that, then we can add in the phrasing. In the left hand, connect it all the way through. In the right hand, you have lift up between the, like taking a breath. Of course, at the first line, you have a rest. You have to lift up. But in the second line, third measure, you're here, lift up. In the right hand, not the left. Lift, that's still sounding. Third line, same thing. You're here, lift up. Actually, here you can lift up in both hands to keep it simple. And so much for the articulation. Dynamics apply to the melody. It's whatever you think soft is, and then you're going to go up to about a moderately soft. Not mud. Up in there on the C. About a moderately soft, somewhere in there. The left hand needs to be very soft. And stay there. Come down. Now, a thing about piano, you can use the piano to help you out a little bit. The second line, second and third measure. Here to here. You're getting softer here. Well, the piano gets softer on its own. When you play a note, it dies away. Listen to that note and how it's dying away, and simply match that when you play the next note. However loud that is, how much it's died away, that's what you want the next note to be. So you can listen to the piano to help you guide it. The left hand has to be in the background. And you start there and do it again. It's loud. The left hand is still like moderately soft or so. And then come down to moderately soft. That's a problem. You slow down. Because all the time in the last four measures that I'm doing this, I want to hear this. And this is moderately soft. It's going to get softer as you go through that. So you got to, this left hand has to get really soft and get softer. Here. So we hear that C all the way through there. Don't drown it out. As far as the speed goes, it flows. Andante e espressivo. Andante is a kind of a nice stroll, and that's the feel of it. It's not the beat, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a bit fast for a stroll, but it's the feel of it. The espressivo, that comes when after you got all the mechanics out of the way and you can feel the music, then you get into it and you play it expressively. You feel these dynamics, you feel this crescendo. Here, you're going all the way up to here. That's where we're kind of headed there. From here, go all the way up to here. You feel it. You come back down and do it again. And now, that's like that. Here we are. The first note of the last line is loud. And then you come down to moderately soft. Actually, you can sort of do a moderately loud here because this is going to die away. And you got to hold it down for 4 measures plus a fermata. So, yeah. So you express it, you get into the music and start feeling it. I felt just a little bit of a retard there on the second line here. Just a slight retard, and then I go. I felt it. So if I felt it, I played it. Doesn't say to retard. Doesn't say I can't. It doesn't say anything. That's interpretation. Now once again, we need help in connecting and overtones and all that stuff. We can connect this melody pretty well, but we can't connect this left hand because of the repeated notes, and we'd like to connect it all. So we're going to go ahead and do the pedaling, the overlap pedaling, just like we did on the previous video. So the notes go down first and then the pedal. And I change the pedal after I play the notes. However, between the phrases, like in the second line I lift up, I'm going to lift the pedal with the right hand. I want to hear silence. I'll keep the left hand down. So it's like taking a breath in the right hand, and then it's back to. And that's basically the pedaling throughout. At the end, the last note, you're going to hold the pedal down and the notes down for however long you think you should hold them, and then lift everything up together. If I play it with a metronome, I'm going to hold that last measure 8 counts instead of 4, so I stay with the metronome. I suggest at the end, go ahead and change the pedal on the last measure. The reason is we want to die away. We want to die away, we want to lose all the extra sound. So less sound. So the last 2 measures are here. Don't keep it. That's too much sound at the end. I want to lose most of that. So change the pedal here. That way, you're still going to get the overtones. You're still going to get these notes, sort of, because they're overtones, sort of. But they'll be very, very faint, and that's what we want at the end. I'd like to play this very slowly with you. Let's check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the dynamics. The fermata, as I said, I'll just double that value. I'll give us 4 counts. Let's try it together. 1, 2, ready, go. 1,